to give the detail whether TDS was deducted or not deducted. Under new 704 it is not there, but still safer side, as a VAT auditor I would suggest to give such disclosure in your VAT audit report. Interest is payable for late payment.
Where it about this type?
See, there is no specific any clause is given. So whatever this general type of remark given in Annexure K.
Whether VAT auditor should ask the dealer to pay that amount, or it is just a qualification remark or disclosure?
See, to make the payment. Still he is not making the payment, give the disclosure.
Only disclosure or
Quantification. Quantification.
the qualification.
Qualification or quantification? Both.
Qualification is a quantification will also.
But it will not come in A to P. Close A to P. It will come in Annexure K. Because there is no other.
Para 5 it can come. Impact on tax liability.
There. But maybe I don't
It is
think
not
so,
tax
because it's not an impact on tax.
Tax liability impact is not on the
It is a tax liability. Ultimately, it's a tax. TDS is tax.
right, but I don't think
Which when he will make the payment, he will take no.
That year and
Because without payment, how he will give you the certificate? Without getting the certificate, how contractor will get a credit? Contractor should pay the tax. No, contractor should. I think we should please any question answer if time permit will take later on. Only few slides are pending, please. This procedural part you know. TDS payment to be done in MTR 6. That as a VAT auditor you have to check. Now it is e-payment. Then TDS certificate you have to check. It should be in form number 402. There is no prescribed time, but they will use the word immediately. Immediately after payment. So you have to see at the time of VAT audit. Even you should see whether contractee has maintained the register in form number 404. This is a specific register. Every contractee has to maintain, in which it will give the detail how much TDS was deducted, what is the name of the contract, contract value, when it was paid, and all that detail. As a VAT auditor, you have to check that. Even as a contractee, they should file for annual return of WCT TDS in form number 424. Earlier it was 405. Now it is e-filing 424. And suppose contractee, as per the provision, contractee need not be registered. Earlier it was there prior to 28 June 2006. So in that case, how they can make the payment? They have deducted, so that there is a provision and guidelines given in circular number 42E of 2008. He can approach along with the 210 challan with the details of tax payment, and they have to give to the Deputy Commissioner E810 for Maharashtra. And otherwise for outside Maharashtra, respect concerned excise officer return branch. These are already explained. Here one important point, suppose total contract value is a 10 lakh rupees. Out of that he has done the work of 7,50,000. But during the year only payment made was only 4 lakh. And he passed the JV, contract case passed the JV 3,50,000 payable. Whether TDS, WCT TDS would be applicable or not, because actual amount paid is only 4 lakh. It does not exceed 5 lakh. Whether WCT TDS provision according to me, yes, because the wording is amount payable. It is not paid or payable. So please keep it in your mind, what is amount payable. So even whether paid or not, once you make the credit or pass the JV and shown as a payable, WCT TDS, and here also, suppose पहला बिल उसने 4 लाख का बनाया, दूसरा बिल उसका समझो 8 लाख का है, then in that you have to see, here there is no exemption like 5 lakhs, पूरा 12 lakhs में his liability would be there. It is not like our income tax and other provision that basic deduction of 5 lakhs, here there is no basic deduction. Once it cross 5 lakhs on total amount paid or payable during that financial year, WCT TDS will be deducted. Here, suppose total contract value is 10 crore and subcontracted for 9 crore, and subcontractor has discharged the liability. As we know, कि WCP TDS to be deducted by principal to the main contractor. Further, there is no deduction. Whether subcontractor can claim the credit of that WCP TDS. According to me, there is no bar, and they can claim. No doubt, procedural difficulty may be there, but if we look at section 31(4) and section 31(9), what it speaks, dealer can claim the credit of tax deducted who has made the supply. What is, dealer can claim the credit of tax deducted who has made the supply. So here subcontractor has actually made the supply. So according to me, he can claim WCP TDS credit. Only modus operandi you have to decide how to face the department. Legally speaking, there is no bar. This also general problem, printing. Now we know that is some dealers are taking printing contract as a sale. The opposite person, and we are charging 5% VAT. Opposite party is treated as a worse contract. They have deducted WCP TDS. What to do? आपने 231 भरा है, उसमें WCP TDS क्रेडिट का कॉलम नहीं है. So in that situation, best option is you to advise your client to file return in 233. There is no other way out for that. Suppose contractee has not deducted WCP TDS from the payment made to the contractor, but contractor has discharged the VAT liability on that particular portion of the contract. Can still sales tax officer or department recover that TDS amount from the contractee? Though according to me, no. Though there is a specific provision, section 31 subsection 5, that contractee should deduct, otherwise he should pay interest and tax. But according to me, it is wrong. There can't be double taxation. अगर contractor ने भी भरा है और contractee से भी recover, तो there is a question of double taxation. In income tax, they have provided as per section 201 of the Income Tax Act. They have provided if such is the case, and if it is being proved by way of CS certificate that tax has been paid on that particular portion, recovery of TDS would not be there. But here there is no clear-cut provision. But in general also, according to me, they can't recover again. Now the last portion, President sir, 5 to 10 minutes. Will do. Okay. Interstate was contract definition you can go through. As you know, when interstate was contract would be applicable, suppose you are placing in Maharashtra and you taken contract in Gujarat, and to execute that contract, some of the material you are purchasing from Maharashtra and transferring to Gujarat. Then whatever material you transfer, it is nothing but applicable to interstate was contract. So provision of was contract would be applicable. But those material which you have purchased in Gujarat itself and used in Gujarat, on that material for Maharashtra there is no liability, is out and out. So mind well, there will not be liability on that particular purchases and transfer. Under interstate was contract, whether CST is payable on the whole contract value or on the value of material transferred during the execution of was contract. Yes, on the material value only. बिल तो आप टोटल करेंगे आपका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वैल्यू का, बट लायबिलिटी वुड बी ऑन द मटेरियल. At what rate CST is payable based on the item transfer is set off under MVAT Act or rules available to the contractor. Yes, there is no bar set off if he is purchasing from Maharashtra and using the interstate was contract, he can very well claim set off. Whether standard deduction table method would be applicable in case of interstate was contract, though in fact there is no provision in Central Sales Tax Act. There is no clear-cut provision that this method can be adopted, because they have given only one method, that is normal method, based on that Cannon Dunkerley and Company 88 STC 204. But based on the judgment of Mahim Patram 6 VST 248 Supreme Court, they hold that whenever there are no clear provision or under central law, then local law provision would be applicable. Based on that, according to me, yes, table method can be applicable in case of interstate was contract. Whether composition method would be applicable, in case of interstate works contract. Here there are two views. One view says based on the Mahim Patra, and another is Commissioner of VAT New Delhi versus State of Haryana and others 28 VST 10. Based on this judgment, they say you can apply local law. But other theory is also there that we all are aware. One is our main rule, CSTA main rule. Another is a local rule, our Central Sales Tax Mumbai rule. Correct? Similarly, the other thought is there in Haryana CST rule there was a provision to apply local law, but if you look at our Mumbai CST rule, there is no, it is a procedural rule. There is no such type of provision, and since composition method is an optional given, additional option given to the dealer, so one view is say you can't apply composition method in case of interstate works contract. Whether WCT TDS to be deducted in case of interstate works contract? No, I already explained. Can a contractor purchase the goods against C form? Yes, there is no bar, because ultimately works contract is not, even they can purchase the machinery also. They can purchase the machinery also because it is nothing but the manufacturing, used in manufacturing, so no bar. Can a principal or contractor issue form C to a contractor? सपोज बिल्डर है, बिल्डर ने वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दिया बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन करने को, कैन ही इशू फॉर्म सी? According to me, no doubt. By virtue of this now L&T, Supreme Court, now since he becomes a works contractor, whether that analogy we can extend or not, that is one has to see. Otherwise, as per the CST rules, what is the provision? One can purchase the goods against C form only if that goods are meant for resale or used in the manufacturing or used in the packing for goods for resale or used for generation or distribution of electricity. Only in this situation he can issue the C form. So in case of like builder or in general, suppose I want to purchase furniture and fixture for my office, can I issue C form? No, because it is not meant for resale. Correct? So that is not permissible. Whether 6-2 transactions are possible for interstate works contract? According to me, no, because there can't be hardly any situation that under works contract the transfer of property will be as it is. In normal course, it will be transfer after doing process. That is one thing. Second thing, 6-2 is nothing but the goods are sold in transit. Whether under works contract, can you say I can transfer the goods while the goods are in transit? No. Practically it is not feasible. It can't be transferred while the goods are in transit. The branch of XYZ Limited at Gujarat entered into a contract with ABC Limited of Gujarat. See, गुजरात की branch है, उसको एक construction contract मिला है. He has, based on that construction contract, he has instructed HO to supply sand, cement and sand. HO has transferred through stock transfer memo and not charge any CST or anything. Whether this branch transfer claim be allowable? According to me, since there is a specific orders on hand and based on that branch has placed the order, so based on the judgment of KG Coastline Company and English Electrical Company, it was held that when there was a specific orders on hand, you can't, a branch transfer claim will not be allowable. Applying same analogy, this branch transfer claim will not be allowable. But I will go one step ahead. Here we are placing the order for cement and sand, and my transfer of property takes place in the form of concrete. Both are different items, and based on the NL Mehta High Court, since it does not amount to manufacture, can anyone apply that NL Mehta and say, I am placing the order for cement and sand and transfer of property in concrete? Both are different, so my branch transfer is a case of argument. Suppose there is a specific contract. The party is in Mumbai. He has given contract to the contractor. He is also in Mumbai. That to purchase facade, that is a glass. अभी ये जो building पे भी जो glass लगता है ना, तो that actually it come to purchase from a specific vendor locating at abroad. Based on that, he has imported that goods and brought at site. It comes in the form of sheet. So what contractor has to do? Contractor has to cut the sheet as per required. There are chances of some scrap, and after cutting, what they are doing? This is a live case of my client. What they are doing with the help of gum and framing panel, they fix on the building. Whether claim of sale in the course of import under section 5 subsection 2 will be allowable or not. Because as per section 5 subsection 2, what it speaks about, the goods should have been purchased from abroad as per the contract, and it should have been sold without diversion to ultimate buyer as it is. It should be sold as it is without any diversion or process. So can we say that cutting of glass and fixing with the help of panel and glue or Fevicol, it amounts to manufacture different form? Yes? Still glass remains the glass. Or can we say the transfer of property in the form of panel?
The tax is already charged.
Where is the tax charge? There is no tax charge. India Limited. It was a pertaining to purchase of pipes, and some process was to be done, and in that Supreme Court has allowed. India Limited, it was a case of 5-2 and it was allowed. So based on that we can take help of that based on specific order we are placing that order and executing, it is allowed. Now the last question, I know you must be tired. 5 crore. Correct. In that, how they have framed the contract, they have prepared the BOQ, itemized BOQ, they have fixed the rate. What they put the condition that total BOQ value would be 140 crore, plus they put the condition 3 crore will be payable as a milestone payment, and this will be payable only if when the work is completed. The condition that you should complete the work within 2 years. If that work is completed within 2 years, he will get 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs, and even if it is after that, still he will get 3 lakhs. 3 crore rather. And 2 lakh, they will pay as a performance bonus. That will only be payable if work is completed within 2 years. Otherwise, it is not payable. Now my question before this August gathering, whether my VAT liability would be on 145 crore, 142 crore or 140 crore. Yeah? According to me, my liability on 140 crore, yes, there is no service tax might be leviable. I think Asif bhai will give better answer for that, but VAT liability would not be there. Friends, before I conclude, I have tried to complete my total slide. I had a doubt whether within this time span, though I have exceeded the time. Before I conclude, I once again thank our President, Mr. Pankaj Parekh, Office Bearer, and our Sex Practitioner Association of Maharashtra for giving me an opportunity to share my views on today's topic. And lastly, I thank all of you for patient hearing. Thank you.
Good afternoon, friends. There are few announcements. First of all, our association thanks to all the members for overwhelming response for our RRC at Jaipur, and now booking has been stopped for that. Thank you very much for the enrollment. Second announcement is joint workshop on embodied and allied law has been organized with BCA, CITC, AFTP, MCTC starting from 21st December 30 at STPM library between 2:30 to 5:30. Those who are not enrolled are requested to enroll. Then seminar has been organized at Jalgaon on 14th December 2013 by Regional Centers and Outstation Seminar Committee. Topics being service tax, sales and service taxes, negative taxes and exemptions, sales and service price under the VAT Act, concealment and penalties under the VAT Act. Next is 17th National Convention of AFTP is from 25th to 27th December at YB Chavan Auditorium, Mumbai. Those who have not registered, please register. Now, first time our STPM is starting on classes on service tax. So, it has been planned first time, and details will be available in your future. Probably we will be starting it from after 15th January. Now, vote of thanks. Our today's speaker, Mr. Mayur Pali, President Pankaj Bhai, my seniors in the profession, other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Our speaker, Sri Mayur Pali, is an expert on our today's subject, works contract and MAT audit. The complications in these subjects are increasing day by day. And with the deadline for audit is approaching, the topic holds quite weightage. So, our hall is full today. In such a scenario, our speaker Sri Mayur Pali has explained the topic in masterly manner, thereby making it simple for the delegates to understand. He has discussed almost all the practical problems and almost all the practical problems that auditor will face. And he has given all the tips to the auditor how that audit should be done, especially in case of works contract. Now friends, on behalf of our association and on my personal behalf, I propose very hearty vote of thanks for today's speaker. Now, please rise for the national anthem.
Jai